real quick, your boy Marcellus got some huge news. NGW now has a streaming app. It's called NGW Unlimited. And you will get to see every show that we've had so far, complete NGW events. You got all the way from the beginning when we first started our first ever show. So don't forget, you'll get every moment, every hard fought battle, every match, every wrestler on our roster, all the wonderful things, all the way down to your boy personally showing everything. You get every episode of NGW High Voltage. I'm saying I am so excited for all of this right now. Every episode of the podcast 100% completely free. No catch, no nothing. And all you got to do is download it on Google Play, Roku, Fire TV, Apple Store. Now, I'm going to let you guys get back to the video. Deuces.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to NGW High Voltage. I am the camera guy, and here with me is the loudest mouth at the commentary table, the Guido. Guido, how you doing this week, man?
Oh, man, I am looking so forward to this weekend. I mean, we've got a lot of wrestling action in the Midwest wrestling scene this weekend.
Oh, my goodness. There are shows all over the place.
This is where I was hoping to work on that cloning technology so I could attend more than one.
Yeah, I really need to try to get on that, too, because, just being me, the camera guy, I can only get to one show at a time, and, I wish I could get to more every weekend.
Yeah, well, if we didn't have to order the parts from Temu, I think we'd be doing okay.
But, I'm going to do a little bit of self-promotion here, Guido, if that's all right.
As long as it's not shameless. I hate it when you do that.
Because I'm going to do a little bit of self-promotion because I had a little bit of a busy week this week. Because I actually finally got around to launching the Camera Guy app on Google Play and iOS. So that way it makes it so much easier for everybody to see the photos I've taken of shows, download, and share them. You pull up the photo, and right there at the bottom, there's a download button and a share button. It's going to make it so much easier for everybody I take pictures of to get access to their photos and be able to download and share them.
And all you ask for is a little bit of credit.
Yep, that's just it. The apps are absolutely free to download, and like I said, available right now on Google Play and the Apple App Store. And what else is on the Google Play and Apple App Store, Guido?
Well, of course, NGW Unlimited.
Yep, the St. Louis area's first professional wrestling streaming platform. And it's also available on Roku and Fire TV, and we've got that wonderful 24/7 stream of matches. So if you just want to watch a couple matches for 10, 15 minutes, 4 hours, just go ahead and click on that.
It helps you sleep at night.
Oh, it certainly does. The mesmerizing voice of the Guido just puts you right to sleep.
At certain points, then the volume goes up and all bets are off. And that's the thing. I mean, so and use of both of these apps is absolutely free.
Yeah, no subscription or anything.
Yeah, no subscription, no money, no big guys in suits knocking on your door at 3 a.m. Yeah, none of that stuff.
And also a little bit in NGW news, we actually had 2 matches announced this week, Guido.
Yes, we did. I believe we finally found out that the NGW Heavyweight Championship will be defended at Into That Good Night. As the champion, the King of Chaos, Ricky Cruz, will defend against the Avatar of Excellence, JSO.
Yeah, and JSO actually helped Ricky Cruz out there a little bit at Forsaken, didn't he?
Well, I mean, just a bit, but that's the thing. It's this is kind of one of those quid pro quo. I would like to, if we were talking about feud of the year, we know that Ricky Cruz and Playboy, it pretty much permeated into everything going on in NGW this past year. And now that the And now that title is out of the iron grip of the Pink and Black Brigade, now we're going to be seeing, more diverse matches, more people getting deserved shots at the NGW heavyweight title, and it seems in March it will be the turn of the Avatar of Excellence, GSO.
Yeah, and we're also going to be having the Rage's final match, the Rage taking on Youth Gone Wild.
I'm still kind of new to this scene. Don't know all the tag teams, what's going on, but I know the Rage is a storied and popular tag team in the area. And, I hate to see anybody going out. But this is a chance for the Rage to show their skills one last time. And the Youth Gone Wild aren't going to make it easy.
Yeah. But, this weekend, Guido, I'm actually going to be down at the historic South Broadway Athletic Club. I'm going to be watching MMWA Wrestle Cross. I'm going to be there snapping pictures of all the action. And, our guest tonight is actually going to be in action there this weekend.
All right. And you ready to announce that guest?
Yep. Everybody, please welcome to the program, the Wolf, Andrew Wilder. The seat of honor here, sir. There we go.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Oh, going great. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
So, I was unable to attend last MMWA show, but I understand that something happened with the STL Connection holding the MMWA Tag Team Championships.
You could say that in a sense. What had happened was me and Jonathan Zulu, the STL Connection, we have been blazing a trail to get the tag team division where it is today. And all of a sudden, all these other tag teams just start popping out of the woodwork. And so we felt like we were getting overlooked a little bit, and we decided to take matters into our own hands. What we didn't expect is getting stripped of the titles unfairly, unjustly, if I do say so myself. I mean, I could count on one hand how many other times that people in the past have come through and interfered, done something in somebody else's matches when they held a title and they never got stripped. They just got fined. So that's okay. It's competition's coming in hot and heavy, and we're no stranger to that. So wherever this road leads us, we will be back on top.
So what was the logic behind stripping you of the titles?
Honestly, I can't tell you. We just decided to go in there and make our presence known. It was Switchblades versus the Brotherhood, an impromptu tag team match. And, well, I mean, after being one of the only tag teams for the last year and a half, I would say, that was trying to carry the torch, everybody else wants to start popping up. And we're okay with that. That's what we wanted from the beginning. That was our goal. And it just felt like the right opportunity to come in and speak our minds.
Yeah. I mean, before you guys, it was Deontay and the Muddy Mauler, correct? Were the previous title holders that you guys captured the MMWA Tag Team Championship from, correct?
Correct.
And I know that at least Zulu viewed them as fake champs.
Oh, 100%. On paper, fake champs. Because they, in our eyes, they didn't really win it the right way. It was more or less Deontay turning on his former partner. An easy underhanded tactic just to keep the title for him and get it to his new partner.
We have a boy as monster, the team of Savage and Shrapnel, saying tag team action.
Oh, tag team for sure. when we got back together, the STL connection, and especially with joining Moondog and Jared in the Dog Pound, we still have that singular goal of taking the tag team division to the highest of heights. I feel like it's overlooked a lot of the times in wrestling today. A lot of people don't give tag team wrestling the credit that it deserves. You look back in the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, you had great tag teams. You had a spotlight on the tag team division for such a long time. And I feel like that as years passed by, it kind of dwindled down. And so there is definitely a revolution happening all over the country, not just in the Midwest, but in other states, of more tag teams coming together and to sharpen their skills.
So how did you and Jonathan Zulu come together to form the STL connection?
It's a long story, but we actually met in high school. So we've been friends for years. And we shared a love of pro wrestling. And it kind of just snowballed from there. Is we eventually found the MMWA training facility when it was still available. God rest its soul. Back in 2011, 2012. And we just took a shot and we started training. But even when it was seeming like I got in maybe a couple months before Zulu, we always had that unified goal of we click really well. We have a very good basis of knowledge in wrestling and this unmatched chemistry that you can't manufacture. It just has to come naturally. And so we just started going at it, and it might have taken us a little bit, but eventually we got together in, I want to say 2015, 2016. That was our first title reign. And we've just been moving ever since.
We actually have your opponent for this weekend, DK, in the chat here saying easy underhanded tactics. Seems like everything that the Dog Pound does.
I wouldn't call it underhanded. Look, when we started the Dog Pound with Moondog as our mentor, he gave us some of the best advice ever, which is we're going to do, and he makes no bone about it. He said from the beginning, we will do whatever we need to get the win. You can call it cheating. You can call it underhanded tactics. I don't see it as that.
I call it, as Claire Castle put there in the comments, I call it creative tactics.
That's a good way to put it.
Because let's face it, it's not cheating if you don't get caught.
True.
And also, you're not trying.
You're right. And we'd also like to think that our intensity in the ring speaks for itself.
I certainly agree with you there. Both of you gentlemen are absolutely fantastic in the ring. See, we have Infamous Dar Monroe asking, hey, Andrew, who or what inspired you to wrestle?
There's a handful of people. I will say that growing up in my household, my parents did not want me watching wrestling. So I missed a good portion of the beginning of the Attitude Era, but I caught the back half. And the first person I saw on screen was The Rock. And just the way he commanded the crowd, had him in the palm of his hand. That and his rivalries with Stone Cold, the tag team matches with the Hardy Boys, Edge Christian, the Dudleys, just the larger than life aspect of pro wrestling. It drew me in. And it's where other kids were like, I want to do this. I want to be a firefighter, a lawyer. I wanted to be a wrestler from day one.
Oh,
yeah. I still wonder how many kids want to be lawyers these days. I swear. I mean, Now all I hear
I
is
know of at
wanna
least
be-
one.
Yeah.
all I hear is I want to be an influencer or I want to be a YouTube star, right? And
Times have changed.
but also even then that's hard. So because there's no perfect way to do it. I'm not saying there's no wrong way to do it, but there's no perfect way. As we
have DK back in the comments here saying this Saturday won't go the way you think it will. Everyone in the dog pound will pay if they even think about getting involved in our match. You know what I'm capable of, Wilder.
This is very true. We have had our face-offs before. He beat me once before for the junior heavyweight championship. But I don't think what you realize, DK, is that was maybe almost a year and a half, 2 years ago. I am not the same person. My level of intensity, my mindset has changed every time, every match that I have. I just keep getting better.
I will agree with you. I've only been photographing you for about a year now, but every single time I see you in a match, you just somehow, every single time, you keep upping the intensity that you bring into the ring.
I mean, I'm probably one of the smaller guys, not just in MMWA, but in wrestling in general. And so I have to do something. And so I feel like that plays into why I am called the Wolf, is the intensity, the just sheer animalistic nature of what I have to do to dig down deep to get a win. I've gone through a lot in my life. I've been kicked, I've been punched, I've been beaten down, but every single time I will find a way to get back up.
Yeah. We have another question for you here from the infamous Darar saying, hey, Andrew, what kind of match would you want to do in the future? And who would you want to face in that match in any company? Ultimate dream match.
There's a lot of, oh man, that's
do we put in the no light tubes or no? Or is everything figured?
No, there's a couple. I can't say that there's just one. There's a couple for sure. I've done ladder matches. I've done street fights. Maybe a steel cage match against.
Everybody always says a steel cage match.
I haven't done one yet.
A steel cage is rare in this area.
It really is.
Yes.
We talk. I mean, I've only called them in, I think, one promotion.
Wow.
And that was in RCW.
Oh.
But yeah, steel cages. As far as the opponent goes, I mean, there's a handful of people out there. I definitely think Anakin Murphy is one of them. I'd love to tear it up with Chris Exodus again. L-Ride. Hell, I'd even go against my own brother, Zulu, in a steel cage match if the opportunity presented itself.
Oh, that would be good. Any type of a match where you have people who have worked hand in hand together for such a long period of time and know each other inside and out. They both have to bring something special to that table.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because I've known Chris Exodus and L Ride and Zulu for quite some time, and any three of those in a steel cage, there's this four-word phrase that I just seem to think is going in. I think you know what it is: license to print money.
I saw two comments just now. DK, you and me can tear it up in there as well, and for sure, AJ, definitely, one of my mentors from the very beginning. I feel like we would tear the house down with me and AJ.
So where all in the area have you worked?
So when I first started out, it was mainly Missouri. I did a couple shows in Illinois, a couple shows in Tennessee, and this was back when, you know, it was me and Zulu. And we were kind of going around with Espinoza. He was the one kind of helping us out, getting some matches booked around the different states. And I will say, unfortunately for me, I took a very nasty spill on the apron and bruised my tailbone up at the end of like 2016, maybe beginning of 2017. And it put me out for about a year. And then life took over, and then COVID happened, and everything was kind of shut down for a while. And I got a call from Anthony Castaldi, and he told me they were running shows again. And I think it was like 21, like the back end of 21. And I saw this as a second chance to kind of just get back in there. And it's been going good from them. The ultimate goal that me and Zulu have talked about is spreading out even further, this time as a tag team, and just taking the bull by the horns and getting out to as many promotions as we can. Because, I mean, time doesn't stop for anybody.
No, sir, it does
That's
not.
the ultimate truth. And, you know, my favorite saying is, you know, life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes.
That's a good one.
Take every chance you get while you still got plenty left. Tim Miller saying, people who know you know that you are legit and you have the skills to pay the bills. Future Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Tim. I've known Tim for a while too. I mean, even when I was starting out, Tim was there, and he'll tell you he was giving me and Zulu all the praise. He believed in us, still believes in us, and I from the bottom of my heart, there's a lot of people that I without them I would not be able to do this. And I probably would have lost the passion somewhere along the way if it weren't for, you know, the support and the gratitude.
So one thing that I always like to try and ask my guests is, out of all the matches that you've had, what is your most memorable? Not favorite, but the most memorable.
Oh, man. Honestly, probably the ladder match down at Broadway. Me versus Ace Hawkins for the junior heavyweight title. That was my very first ladder match. To my knowledge, I could be wrong about this. It was one of the only ladder matches down at Broadway. And man, we just threw everything at each other. We just threw everything. And I'll never forget it, because it was one of those crowning achievements in my career at the time where I'm just like, man, I actually, like, you know, maybe 3 years in, maybe less. And it's like, I'm doing a ladder match down at Broadway. This is crazy.
Yeah, you know, ladder matches are one of those that as a photographer are kind of scary to me for a lot of reasons, because, you know, as we all know, ladders don't do what they're told. Trying to set a ladder up in a ring is not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, you know, having a ladder on a perfectly level surface, it's still a little wobbly. But when you put it in the ring with the boards and the padding on top, it's super wobbly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've seen people make fun of, you know, when a wrestler is climbing the ladder to grab a title or whatever, on how slow they do it. There's a reason that they do it that slow. It's because you don't want that ladder to fall over.
Well, especially with you on it. Yeah.
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 But that, and I'm not a fan of heights. So being on ladders is also just a little terrifying for me in general.
Yeah,
Believe me,
I can vouch for
Yeah.
that as well.
I trust me. I'm not a fan of heights either. But for some reason, once the adrenaline gets going, you kind of put the blinders on, and you're like, "That's
There's
the
the
goal right there. I gotta go up and get it. I can't just wait for it to fall to me."
Our guests say it's not the height; it's the sudden stop at the end.
You know, she's
yeah.
on multiple occasions, and I mean, it's true every time.
That does suck
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Oh. And then, so also, I always like to ask our guests, you do perform a lot of maneuvers in the ring. Which is your favorite to perform?
Oh, my running knee in the corner. I think I've mastered that down to where it just hits the button every single time.
Yeah. And what's your least favorite to be on the receiving end of?
Any kind of slam from somebody that is 6 feet tall.
or higher, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because that is a long way down.
Yeah,
long way down.
Yeah.
it's like I say every time I see something like that. It's a bad ride with the worst landing.
Yep.
Well, I know we like to get we like to do some wrestling related stuff. But I guess we kind of want to dig a little deeper into the mind of Andrew Wilder. So we're gonna do a little bit of a lightning round questions, kind of a get to know you stuff.
Okay.
If you watch TV, favorite TV show?
NCIS.
Any particular one? Because I know there's quite a few of them.
The original. I've probably watched the original over 3 or 4 times. Just
Are
repeat.
you a Gibbs guy?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I still think I lean more towards Tony, but like as far as like how he nobody can
speaking of which, have you caught the Paramount Plus series with him and Ziva?
I have not yet. I definitely want to look into that because continuing with 2 of the original cast members is
it does come highly recommended. Favorite movie?
Ooh. This one's gonna be tough. I'm kind of a movie buff. Let's go with Reservoir Dogs.
Ooh, excellent choice.
That's a
excellent
good
choice. Favorite video game?
Again, another tough one. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna throw it out there. Any of the old N64 wrestling games, WCW, NWO Revenge, No Mercy, ECW. Yeah.
The AKI engine was just so great for wrestling, and I hate to say we haven't seen one since.
For the time, it was amazing. I know with technology just kind of like getting better and better, it doesn't have that grit to it.
But and actually those games still hold up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think I have played more of those wrestling video games than I have anything in the 2K series. I really haven't found one since Here Comes the Pain that works as well.
There's still a huge No Mercy community that mods the original game and puts modern roster events, music, Titantron videos into that game.
Heck, they still have I believe they still have tournaments in certain areas. Like there's a retro gaming has made a big resurgence as of late, and there's a lot of like games from the past that people will go back and they'll run tournaments for it. And that just shows you the power of like physical media of the early 90s going into the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I mean that was one of the things of the pandemic. It was kind of hard to keep kids entertained, And so a lot of people found some, found cheaper vintage systems. I mean, I got my Nintendo 64 out of a garage sale bin for $10. And that came with like 4 controllers, 5 games, and
that's a steal.
It was a steal.
Yeah, I still have all my old retro consoles. I don't have a 64, unfortunately, but I still have my PlayStation 2, my original Xbox, the one that never runs out of memory drive. And of course, like I got my 360, my PlayStation 4. Yeah. So I kind of just intertwine. I switch from time to time if I'm feeling nostalgic.
I guess that brings us to this next one. Are you more Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox?
I was more Xbox in the beginning. I'm now kind of more Nintendo. I do have a Switch, and it is really nice to have a handheld. I'm starting to lean more towards PC. I've kind of got burned out from consoles, if I'm being honest. Too much, and it's same stuff, different day.
So on the PC front, are you a Steam guy or an Epic Store guy?
I would say Steam, but I will say this. I have yet to get a full-on like gaming PC. I'll usually go over to a friend's house or my in-laws' house, and they've got a full setup, and it's so nice. It's so nice.
It is. You can also like get a Steam Deck too. I highly recommend Steam Decks.
I've looked into those. I think that might be one of those things that I would get. Also, I did hear that they're coming out with an actual like Steam gaming console. Almost looks like a GameCube.
Yeah, they call it the Steam Box, I think.
I'm just waiting on a price tag.
Yeah. Well, with the memory shortages and everything nowadays, the price on all computer equipment's really shooting up there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, the SD cards that I use in my camera, I use the 256 gigabyte SD cards, 250 megabit a second transfer speed, because I need to have really high transfer speed to take all those high speed photos. Yeah. A couple, like 6 months ago, one of these cards cost me in the area of about $40. And I buy 2 of them once every couple months because I work with computers, so I don't trust something to last very long if you're reading from it and writing to it as much as I'm writing the photos to it. The last 2 that I bought cost me $150 each.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So we've actually been getting a couple questions popping up here in chat. Tim Miller asking, if you had one match before you call it a day, who would you want to go against and why?
Zulu. I'm assuming the call it a day is far as if it means hanging my boots up.
Yeah.
There's no other person I would want to go out with than against Zulu, but it would have to be the right time and the right stipulation as far as match, because I want to do something. Oh, there it is. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Jerry.
Probably Jerry Morgan, because he's the greatest of all time.
Well,
have you faced Jerry Morgan one-on-one?
Yes. I beat him to become a double champion when I won.
Yes.
When I won the Legacy.
Yes, I remember
champion.
that. That was the first MMWA show I was at.
Yep. He might not want to remember that, but I'll give him props. He shook my hand afterwards. So,
I have talked to Jerry Morgan before, and he has expressed that was one of his favorite matches.
Oh, I have only had a few handful of people take me to that level, take me to the edge. Because if you go back and watch that match on YouTube, I get battered. I'm trying to mount some kind of offense. And if it wasn't for pure willpower and adrenaline, I don't know if I would have came out on top, but I did. So there can only be one.
Yeah, one of the greatest MMWA matches of all time, Jerry says.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, that was a good one. Tim saying Jerry is a good talent. Jerry has a wonderful ground game.
Oh, I mean, he's got a background in amateur wrestling, I believe. So, like, unfortunately, I never got the chance to do that when I was still going to school. And try as I may, I'm much more of a scrapper. I'll throw hands with you. I'll do whatever I can to get out of a situation until I can, hit you with a couple elbows. If I get you with that knee, though, better watch out. Yeah. It's nighttime.
I mean, Jerry, if Jerry gets you into a series of suplexes, though.
Fair and square, Jer. I did beat you fair and square.
I think that's what he's saying, is that you did beat him fair and square.
Oh, okay. I thought he was being like, beat me fair and square. And I'm like, I did.
And we have Infamous Darter asking, hey, Wilder, in MMWA, who would you want to fight in the future? Either title or no title?
I haven't faced JSO yet.
Oh.
I haven't faced JSO, whether it was for a title or not a title, because I've faced Cayman before. You have to understand, I would love to run all these back. I am no wuss. Any competition, I will gladly bring it on. I faced Ricky before. I faced Cayman before. JSO is probably the only person that I can think of right now off the top of my head that I have not faced.
Darter asking if you faced Playboy yet.
I have not faced Playboy yet. That is another person.
You got to be careful. Darter is PYT's #1 fan.
Oh, really? Oh, well,
Yep.
And we always say, we don't know how many members of PYT you'll face, but we know how many they'll use.
That's why I've got the dog pound, baby. That's why I've got the dog pound.
I feel like the dog pound could be an equalizer to the forces of PYT.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
When you have a legendary mind that is Moondog, he has graced us with everything under the sun. It's like sitting under a learning tree. You just kind of soak in that knowledge and do what he says. Because he's been there. He's done it. And so the best thing that we can do is take what he's teaching us, learn from it, and then apply it in the ring.
Hey, Moondog is a member of the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So you can't discount his knowledge. Yeah, Tim Miller saying there's a big difference between performers and real-life tough guys. Wilder is one. I will be there Saturday with a close eye.
Go
ahead.
And Moondog's, a case of, you beware old men in a sport where young men don't last very long.
Yeah, this is true. I think it was subconsciously, but I think because of him, I started growing the beard out longer and longer and longer till it's where it is right now. I appreciate that, Tim. I think the key for me is I don't think of myself as a tough guy just because I want to prove through my actions that I am a tough guy. Because it's like what some people say when it comes to being overconfident or thinking too much of yourself. Could be ultimately your downfall. I try to just be who I am.
We got DK back in the chat here saying you have a lunatic, a wannabe warrior, and an old man who gets in the way.
I thought he was starting a joke there for a second.
That does sound like the start to a joke.
A lunatic, a wannabe warrior, and an old man walk into a bar. How's that?
First of all, it's marvelously deranged. It's not a wannabe warrior. It is a warrior, a Zulu warrior. And don't you ever disrespect Moondog by calling him an old man. He can still take you behind the woodshed and beat you within an inch of your life.
I don't even think he'll bother taking him behind the woodshed.
Yeah, I'd probably do it out in public.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we do it in a ring in front of a crowd. You know,
Harkens back to the old days of the Coliseum. People want entertainment. They want to see bloodshed.
we
Yeah,
give them
that's
death, and
true.
they love us for it. There's another good movie. I haven't seen Gladiator in a while.
Oh, it's so good. Second one, I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah.
Okay, so is going to go off on a weird little bit. So I know they made a second one. I haven't watched the second one, but I have read that the original script for the sequel involved time travel.
Now, if they would have put time travel in that movie, it would have made it probably a little bit better. But isn't that the trope?
Adding time travel to a movie makes it better.
I mean, isn't that the trope of a lot of Hollywood movies in the last like 5 or 8 years? Is just put time travel in it; it'll fix everything.
Well, I think it goes back even farther than that because
No, there's other
the Birdman in
suggestions,
Black
modern
movie.
stuff, but
Yeah,
at South
well,
Park,
then the
we'll talk a whole bunch of stuff about it.
Gladiator, Star Trek crossover.
I think they did that, and they did an original series too.
What was it called?
We're talking about this Gladiator sequels of this.
And then the aliens invaded.
Oh, and we have.
Actually, it's either that or and then the dragons came. One of those two.
Well, dragons would fit the period, though.
See, we have Herb Simmons pop in the chat saying, "Good evening, gentlemen." Offering a hello to Tim there. Oh, and you know, Andrew, it's about my favorite time for one of my favorite segments on the show here.
Oh no!
A little bit of a segment that we like
Throw
to call
that switch.
It worked this week. Shock therapy. Now, for anybody new here, the way that shock therapy works is we ask our guests a series of 3 multiple choice questions. If they get 2 out of the 3 multiple choice questions right, they will win a prize for one of our live viewers. And this week, you'll be playing for Tim Miller.
Yes.
So all you have to do is get 2 out of the 3 questions right.
Okay.
And we like to try to tailor the questions to our guest as much as possible. And since you are known as the Wolf, Andrew Wilder, we figured we should probably ask you questions about other wolves.
Is the what now?
The Wolf.
The wolf.
Yeah,
You
the
say,
wolf.
you say wolf like a.
I grew up in Iowa. We say crick and creek and crook. So we got all of them. We call it pop, not soda.
I mean, if you say it twice, I'm gonna have to get a goth girl in here to call you a good boy.
Oh man!
Wow, Guido. All right, so I'll enunciate the L then to make Guido happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
all right.
To be fair, I'd love to hear how you pronounce squirrel.
Squirrel?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Okay, you got that. Wow. Because where I'm from, a squirrel.
All right. So, are you ready, Mr. Wilder?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Your first question. Who starred in The Wolf of Wall Street? Was it A, Leonardo DiCaprio, B, a CGI wolf dressed as a sheep, C, a literal wolf in a business suit, or D, Gordon Ramsay's cousin, Bark Dog?
I'm going to have to go with A, Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're going with A, Leonardo DiCaprio, and you are correct. It was Leonardo DiCaprio. And that's
He should have gotten an Oscar for that.
yeah. There were a couple movies he should have gotten an Oscar for before he finally got one.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So 1 down, 2 to go. Question 2. What is a group of wolves actually called? Is it A, a snarl, B, a gang, C, a pack, or D, a furry council?
I'm going to go with C, a pack. Pack of wolves.
Going with C, a pack of wolves, and you are correct, sir. It is a pack of wolves. Although I do think a gang of wolves sounds a little bit more nefarious, though.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think we all have the same song going through our heads right now.
What's that, Guido?
Oh, the thief from the wolf pack. Come on, man.
Oh, absolutely. Such a good theme.
Yeah.
Such a good theme.
You know, it's easily in my top 10 of wrestling themes.
Oh man. No, thanks. Now that's stuck in the head there, Guido.
Good luck sleeping tonight, folks.
You have gotten 2 out of 3 right. So congratulations to Tim. You have won that signed poster. You'll be able to pick that up at the next NGW show. But we still do have one more question in the tank. Want to see if you can go 3 for 3?
Absolutely.
All right. Your third question. What does the phrase cry wolf actually mean? Does it mean A, to howl dramatically at the moon, B, a deeply needed sobbing while eating a lamb chop, C, to raise a false alarm, or D, to complain loudly about dinner?
I'm going to go with C, raise a false alarm.
You go with C, raise a false alarm, and you are correct. It is to raise a false alarm. 3 for 3. You are been victorious here, sir.
I'm not going to lie, the deeply needing to sob while eating a lamb chop, that one got me.
I'm usually sobbing while preparing those because it can get a little hard.
Oh,
but anyway, congratulations, Tim. You have won a signed poster, which you can pick up at NGW Into That Good Night, March 21st, at the Jeff Grade School in Jeff, Illinois.
Yep. And if you can't make it, let us know. We'll figure out a way to get that to you after the show. So, Andrew, we've discussed a little bit about what your match is going to be this weekend, where it's going to be the STL Connection taking on the Great Heathen Army. But what else can people catch when they go to MMWA on Saturday?
They can catch all sorts of different action. I mean, you're going to have... I'm blanking on this. I just feel kind of bad because all my focus is on this tag match. But I believe you are going to have Jerry Morgan versus JSO for the Legacy Championship.
See, yep. Oh no,
JSO and Slammer.
On Slammer.
Yep.
And we're also going to be seeing Dr. Dallas Stevens taking on Flamin' Freddie Fury.
Haven't seen him in a while.
The Snitch taking on Deontay 808. And I've never seen the Snitch in action before. What can you tell me about the Snitch?
Very quiet, unless he's telling you to shush. But interesting. I've wrestled him, I think, once or twice. And I can say that don't underestimate what he's capable of in that ring. So Deontay's got his work cut out for him.
I can concur with that. So
yeah.
Oh, Guido, you've seen the Snitch?
I have seen Snitch in action. Yes.
Oh,
I guess you could say pleasure of calling a few of his matches in CHWA. So, yeah, very, very interesting. But yeah, you gotta keep your head on a swivel wrestling him because he's a sneaky little bugger.
All right, and then we're also going to be having Jeremiah taking on the King of Chaos, Ricky Cruz.
That's okay. Like I said, my focus is on this tag match. I'm dialed in because everybody's coming to try and claim that number 1 spot. So as the STL Connection, me and Zulu, We're locked in. We're focused.
Okay. All right. And then the last one will be Cayman taking on Playboy for the MMWA Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. I'm pulling for Cayman on this one.
All right, but I want to thank you again for joining us here tonight, Mr. Wilder. I wish you the best of luck coming up in your match here on Saturday, and I'll be there to capture all the action for you.
I look forward to seeing you down there, and thank you both for having me on. It's been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure.
You're very welcome. We will see you this weekend, sir.
See you guys.
Bye. All right. Well, I'm excited for this weekend here, Guido, and I'll get to this in my hand and thing. I'll get to it. I actually Okay, so I've got a couple pieces of breaking of one of my favorite things to do here, Guido. You ready?
Get to the graphic. Get to the graphic.
Breaking news. All right. So first off, piece of breaking news: we have a match announcement for Into the Good Night. Ready for this one, Guido?
Well, yeah, that's kind of why we do this.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, wait, that one we already talked about that one.
Oh, there we go. All right, Into This Good Night. There will be the tag team champion match where the team of Jerry and Sid will be taking on A Boy and His Monster and PYT for the NGW Tag Team Championship.
Now we know Sid talked Tobias into getting that title match, but and again, we don't know which combination of PYT members is going to be there. But now you're adding A Boy and His Monster into the mix. This is gonna. It's a madhouse. It's going to be a madhouse, and the title's on the line. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to this. I mean, because Sid and Jerry, we've been waiting for them to team together to see what's going to happen with those two. We've been waiting to see.
And then,
there's people who want to see what combination PYT members are going to be used, and now throwing A Boy and His Monster, who haven't, who honestly I think should, in all honesty, they're definitely going to bring an X factor to this contest. So it's going to be a lot harder bringing the.
So I'm sorry. Okay, so I just had this here is formal notice of grievance from the offices of barrister, attorney at law, combat sports and championship litigation division. New Genesis, be advised, our client, Playboy Double H, rightful undisputed former title holder, hereby submits formal notice asserting he was wrongfully and unjustly deprived of his championship due to officiating negligence, procedure irregularities, conduct evidence presently under review indicates his failure. A client demands immediate recognition. A sanctioned rematch for the championship in question to occur under conditions, public acknowledgement that Playboy's contractual championship rights remain legally.
I can, believe it or not, I speak fluent lawyer speak, and I can whittle that down to a few words. Well, I want my title back.
I mean, Playboy, he did kind of comment that he counsel for the aggrieved champion.
Oh.
Oh, this is something else right here.
This is
And he's demanding, okay, so get this. A public acknowledgement that Playboy's contractual championship rights remain legally preserved. Should NGW fail to respond within a reasonable time frame, our client is prepared to pursue all available remedies, including but not limited to
crying, bitching, moaning.
Can you Oh, are you ready for this, Guido?
Oh, of course. I love to hear this.
Good evening,
Quinn?
gentlemen.
Did you get this?
I'm the one that sent it to you because that was delivered to the house, about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'm currently waiting for the lawyers to call me back because I have to leave what I'm doing with my family to go deal with a petulant, childish tantrum that Playboy seems to be wanting to throw.
Tip told you.
Yeah, it says here that he wants his rematch.
And I've never told him he could not have his rematch. I just haven't told him when. Under the championship clause, I have to grant it. I don't have to grant it within a specific time frame. He's not the only one that knows legalese.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows it or not, but he hired somebody at least who did.
He wasted his time, he wasted his effort, and now in turn, he's wasting my time and he's wasting my mental health on a tantrum. So I'll tell you this, gentlemen, because the lawyer's calling me, so that means I have to go. He better be careful what he wishes for. I will talk to you both later. Toodles.
Well, co-CEO Phoenix Quinn weighing in on that, and that's the thing. It's I've always had this phrase in my life, and that is, don't make things my problem, because I will solve that problem if it becomes my problem.
I tell you,
Playboy has just now become a problem for Phoenix.
Yeah,
and she has solved many a problem.
Well, I hope Cayman gives him a little bit of a good butt whooping this weekend. Then that's something else. All right,
on straight at least, because that's the thing. I mean, you can throw out all the legal verbiage you want. You done lost the title. Yes, I do understand in those title matches there is a rematch clause, but it's not on your schedule. It's going to be on the schedule of NGW management.
But what an end to the show here. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I also want to issue a special thank you to our sponsors, Nick's Home Decor, Needful Thing Boutique in Muscoda, Illinois, the Ringside Buffet in Mount Vernon, ATS Collectibles in Smithton, and a special shout out to the Dr. Dow Show. Make sure you catch them every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Well, make sure that you give us a top rope elbow drop on that like button, share, subscribe. Do what with the bell, Guido?
Hit that bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Ring it.
Yeah. All right, and we will see y'all here next week.